What's up, peak timers? Welcome to another vlog, and it is decision day. I finally have figured it out and made the ultimate decision on which car I should sell. This was not an easy decision, and if you haven't seen the previous videos that I did about my cars, make sure you go back and watch those. I'll link those in the description below. If you did watch those videos, you know that I explained that I have a 2007 Mercedes-Benz E550 4MATIC, and I also have this 2015 Ford Fusion Titanium, the EcoBoost with the 2.0 liter 4-cylinder turbo. A huge shout out to all the peak timers that posted comments and let me know which team they're on and let me know which car I should keep. I really appreciate all your guys' help, and it really got me thinking. I bought the Mercedes about 3 months ago, kind of on a whim, and it was kind of a car that I wanted because it had a lot of power and I really like it, and I just wanted something different. I'm always trying to switch my cars up and change things around, so I decided, you know what, I found a good deal on this Mercedes, let's grab it and let's put it to the test and let's use it as my daily car. In my previous video, I asked you guys if you're Team Fusion or you're Team Benz, and I was actually quite surprised. I thought it would be an overwhelming amount of people on Team Benz, being that it's a Mercedes, a little bit higher class of a brand. People tend to like Mercedes more than Ford. But I was kind of wrong. I think there was a lot more of you guys on Team Fusion, or it was at least more of a 50-50 split than I thought it would be. So weighing out all my options as far as fuel economy, fun to drive, daily, and all of those factors, I came up with the ultimate decision on which car I should keep and which car I should sell. To quickly go over that once again, the Mercedes, it offers a higher class ride. It's a much more powerful car. It looks very nice. It's very classy of a car. The Ford Fusion, it's newer. It's got a lot more newer features of technology inside. It is slower of a vehicle, but it's still fun to drive. So ultimately, I made my decision. I am selling the Mercedes. Unfortunately, it's going to be short-lived with the Mercedes. It's a great car, but after driving it for about a month or so, I really miss the modern conveniences and features that my Fusion offers. I miss the backup camera, the remote starter, the paddle shifters, the kind of newer modern feel of my Fusion over the Mercedes. Now, yes, my Fusion is not as fast as the Mercedes, but the power is something that I can always go down the road and get something else that has that power. But at this time, I just don't really need it. I've got a young family. I don't really need to go crazy and drive fast all the time. Obviously, yes, I do love power, but it's not something that I need. I need more of the features and conveniences that my Fusion offers. It may sound weird, but having keyless entry and being able to walk up to my car, put my hand into the handle and my car just unlock, it just makes my life so much easier when I'm carrying my kids' bags and I've got all these things. It's so much easier that you just don't really realize how much of a convenience that stuff is until you don't have it on your car. And unfortunately, my Mercedes just didn't have that. I mean, newer Mercedes, they do have all these modern conveniences as well as the power, but they're way more expensive of a car. I'm not gonna go out and spend $40,000 to $50,000 plus on a car right now in my life for the power that I don't really need and the modern conveniences that I already have in my Fusion. So yes, I have listed my Mercedes for sale already, and I do kind of think that this is more of a niche car that's gonna be harder to sell. I've actually had it listed for a couple weeks now online, and I've had one maybe serious call where the guy asked me questions, but he ended up going out and buying a different car, so it wasn't really in my luck to have him come look at it and appreciate it, but that's okay. I'm really just waiting for the right buyer. I had previous cars like Mazdas and a Nissan and stuff like that, and those cars just sold really like that, and they're cars that a lot of people really want and a lot of people really look for, but there's not really a lot of people looking at 10 to 15-year-old luxury cars. A lot of people who want those luxury cars go out and spend the high dollars to get those luxury cars new or a newer version of them. So it's really where I'm gonna have to kind of wait and find the actual right buyer for my car. I expect not very many calls on it, and you know what, I've parked it now in my parents' garage, so it's sitting there nicely. It's gonna stay nice and covered and protected, and I'm just gonna wait for the right person to call me and come look at it and really appreciate the car. So I bought the car for under $15,000, and I know that it is actually below market value on what I actually purchased the car for, so I'm pretty confident that I can get $15,000 for my car. That's about what I've listed it at, and I'm just gonna leave it on the market at that price. I've looked up other comparables and other values, and I know it's gonna be worth around that price. So I'm just gonna put it out there and wait for the right person to come up and buy it. I'm not gonna drive it because I don't wanna ride the kilometers up on it, and I kinda also don't wanna risk breaking something on it or having something go wrong and me having to spend thousands of dollars to fix it. It's best that I just leave it parked. It's in perfect, nice condition right now, so it's ready for the next buyer to come along and pick it up. So was buying the Mercedes a mistake? Not really. It was more of a learning lesson for me. I didn't realize that I would miss all those modern features that I have in my Ford, and I wouldn't have known that until I bought the car and drove it and really realized that. So I wouldn't really call it a mistake, although I do kind of wish I probably hadn't bought it and I hadn't found it, but you know what, that's okay. Lessons can be learned, and I'm hoping that at the end of this, I'm not gonna lose a lot of money or any money whatsoever on the car. I'm hoping that I can sell it for what I paid for it. It's already gone through its depreciation and all of that, so I don't have to worry about that. One factor that I took in also is my Fusion. I paid about $26,000 to $27,000 for my Ford Fusion, and that was just under 2 years ago. And looking at comparable cars to mine now, it's probably only worth about $20,000. So I don't want to sell my Fusion for $20,000. To me, it's worth more than that, and I know market value doesn't say that it's worth more than that, so I don't think it's worth me selling a car and losing that much money on. Now, if you guys know, you don't lose any money on the car that you bought until you sell it. Yes, it does depreciate, but cars depreciate in general, and unfortunately I didn't realize that the Fusions would depreciate as much as they did. But it's such a great car, and I enjoy driving it still, and when I wasn't driving my Fusion and I went back to it, I really appreciated it more than I did before, and I really love all the modern features on it. I love all the tech and gadgets and stuff that are included on it. It's such a fantastic car. Well guys, that's gonna wrap it up. Let me know in the comments down below, do you think I made the right decision on listing the Mercedes for sale? I love hearing and talking to you guys, and I'll catch you guys on my next video. Bye-bye.